Okay, so it was uncomfortable. But this is where we were, on the ground at the beach.
Yeah.
It's the best we could do. So what do you remember? Anything?
I remember that stuff, but mutual places, right?
Do you remember your higher self coming through?
I don't know. I mean, I remember a lot of stuff, you know.
Well, your higher self came through, all right. Okay, we'll talk later.
Lots of trees.
You see lots of trees?
Yeah.
What kind of trees do you see?
Pine trees.
Pine trees?
Big trees.
And what color are the trees?
They're green.
The trees are green?
Yeah. I see snow though.
What else do you see around you there?
There's nothing else there.
Just trees? Is it daytime or nighttime?
No, it's daytime. It's gonna turn night soon.
It's going to be nighttime soon?
Yeah.
What do you see in the sky when you look into the sky? Do you see anything in the sky?
No, there's nothing in the sky.
There's nothing in the sky.
It's just blue.
It's blue.
And it's gray blue.
It's a gray blue. What is the ground like where you are?
Oh, very dense, soft, mush.
So are you in a forest?
Yeah.
You're in a forest.
Towards decayed.
The forest what?
It's decayed. It's been rotted.
Oh,
It's natural. Hasn't been touched by anybody.
does it seem like it's an ancient forest or?
Oh, it's very, very, like it hasn't been touched, like nobody's been there. If they have, they left it like that.
So do you feel like you live near there?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You're just there. Why are you there?
It's quiet.
Because it's quiet. And are your feet on the ground?
Yeah.
Take a look at your
But
feet.
the feet aren't on the ground, they're submerged in. Like a decayed, rotted wood, but soft.
And what do you have on your feet?
Nothing.
And what do they look like? Are they male or female?
Male.
They're male. Okay.
I'm big.
You're big? Take a look at your body and describe what you look like to me.
I'm just big, tall.
You're very tall. And what does your skin look like?
White. Regular skin.
It's white,
It's almost like it's been stretched.
like you've been stretched so you're very tall.
Yeah.
And take a look at your head. What have you got on your head? Can you see anything?
Nothing on my head.
Nothing on your head? Okay.
It's funny, you know.
So when you look around you there, are there other people with you?
No.
You're just there by yourself?
I'm tall like the trees, you know.
You're tall like the trees?
Yeah, I'm tall.
What is it that you do there?
I don't know. It's almost like I'm paper thin, you know.
You're paper thin.
It's like an image.
And what is the air like? Is it
All clean.
very clean? And do you feel like you're one of the trees there?
Yeah, that's what it is, you know. I'm part of it all.
You're part of it all.
I'm a tall, thin being.
And are there other tall, thin beings there? Look around and see if you see anybody else there.
Now there's people in amongst the tree, a couple,
There's a couple
but they're small.
but they're small. They don't look like you.
They're regular.
They're like human,
They're human.
and you're not human.
No, I can't be. There's no human stretched that tall.
And do you feel like you can move like a regular human, or do you float
No, I'm just there,
and your feet are rooted in the ground?
yeah, but I can't see my feet. I don't know why, I'm paper thin. Why am I paper thin? I'm almost like a projection. It's not even real.
So you're seeing yourself as a paper thin, really tall being. Do you feel like you're on Earth,
Yeah.
or is it another planet?
No, I'm in the forest.
You're in the forest. Okay. And what are the other people doing there that are...
It's just there. I can't see them. Like, know what they're doing. They're just walking.
They're just walking through the forest?
Yeah.
What is your job there?
I don't know. I think I'm protecting the trees.
You're protecting the trees.
I'm above the trees.
So
I'm that big.
you're taller than the trees, and your job is to protect them.
Yeah, I'm just there. I don't have to move.
Kind of like a guardian.
Like a guardian of the trees, guardian of the forest.
Guardian of the forest. That's nice. And what about animals? Are there any animals
No,
around?
no. There's no animals right here.
There's
Right
no
now,
animals.
no.
Where do you feel on the earth that you are? What area? What part of the earth do you feel?
I'm like Canada.
You're in Canada?
I'm in big trees. I'm in the forest.
Big trees in the forest.
I'm in British Columbia.
Oh, you're in British Columbia. That's nice there.
Yeah.
So how long have you been there,
I don't know.
guarding the trees? How old do you feel?
I don't know the age. I'm looking at myself. I don't see down. I'm imagining what I am, who I am.
So you're
I'm looking-
higher than yourself, looking down at yourself as an earth guardian
Yeah.
of the trees?
I'm looking at me looking down.
So you're hovering then, you're not in a body right now?
Well, I am in the body. Well, I don't know. No, I guess I'm not in the body. Nobody sees me.
Well, look around you from the perspective of looking down. Is there anybody up that high with you?
No,
You're just there by yourself?
everybody's smaller.
Everybody's smaller. Okay. So you're guarding the trees. You're looking at yourself guarding the trees.
Looking at myself. Looking at my tall self. Looking down. I don't want anybody to hurt this. I just don't want anybody destroying this.
You don't want anybody destroying the trees.
No, don't.
Have you always done that? Have you always been a guardian of the forest?
No, I respect the forest.
You respect the forest. Take a look around you there and see if there's one of your guides that could come forward to explain this to you. See if there's anybody there that will step forward.
But there's a... I guess he would be a ranger looking at me with the scarf and the hat. And he's looking at me. That's his job. He's looking at me. I don't have to explain to him why I'm there.
And is he as big as you?
No. He's looking at me. I'm big, but behind me is the big me. Guess I need an aerial view of scoping the whole forest.
Yeah. So the ranger, is he a person or is he a being?
No, he's a person.
And he knows why the tall you is there?
Well, he's not looking at the tall me, he's looking at me, which I'm big.
Guarding the trees.
And I look at me, that I'm big, tall, hovering. I'm managing me, but she's now managing me. He's not managing, he's looking at me. He's protecting it from a person's point of view.
Okay.
I'm not there to protect as a person, which I'm big. I am protecting the big me.
Okay.
Maybe I'm too big, and I just gotta be the bigger me, but smaller.
Okay.
He's my eyes up top.
I see. And what is going on in the forest? Is there anything that you're fearing that might happen?
No, nothing. There's nothing going on. It's just, I don't know why people are there. But it's almost like they're looking around, like they're looking for something, somebody.
Well, why don't you move closer to those people and see if you can find out why they're there? Listen to what they're saying and see why they're there.
I think they're hunting.
They're hunting.
That's why the ranger's there.
What are they hunting for?
Hunting for food.
And what do these people look like? What are they wearing?
Plaid jacket.
A plaid jacket?
Tall boots. Fishing boots. Waders. The ground is very wet.
The ground is very wet. Was it raining or was there...
Yeah.
What would make the ground very wet?
Rain.
Rain?
Melted snow.
Melting snow? What time of year is it?
I don't know, it's cold.
It's cold?
Colder, it's melting, so it's gonna be spring.
Okay, so you don't feel like you live around there.
I'm not there. I don't live anywhere.
You're just a guardian in the forest. Okay. Well, let's close that scene and drift and float away from there. So we're going to leave that guardian of the trees, and we're going to drift to the most appropriate time and place where there's information for you to understand. And you can be there now. And where are you now?
I'm in school.
You're in school? What school are you in?
Any school. High school.
Your school?
High school.
High school.
There's a class. I'm at the back of the class.
And what are you doing there?
I'm just in class.
You're just in class?
I'm in math class, really.
In math class? And what's happening in the class? Who's in there with you?
Oh, the high school student. I was in my Enriched math class.
Enriched math class?
Yeah, I was very smart in math.
And what's going on in the classroom now?
Teacher's talking. I'm just sitting there.
Just sitting there? Who's sitting with you?
Nobody. I'm
You're
at the
by
back of the stone, yeah. I'm comfortable.
You're comfortable there?
Yeah, because I know everything.
So you know everything.
I'm comfortable in where I know everything.
So you like to understand everything.
I can understand that.
And
I don't like other classes,
You don't like
I
it?
don't know, class. I'm good at that. But I prefer going to math because it makes more sense to me.
It makes more sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like working with numbers?
Yeah.
And do you feel like you've worked with numbers before?
I don't know. Yeah, always with numbers. I grew up with numbers, right?
Okay. So is there going to be a test or something going on in that class?
No.
You're just comfortable?
It doesn't matter if I don't care if there's a test. Because I know it. I know what I'm doing.
And is your teacher in the class?
Yeah.
And who's your teacher?
I don't know who it is.
You don't know who it is? But they're there.
Yeah, he's there. Very plain Jane.
Very plain. And take a look at your feet now. What have you got on your feet?
Oh, I'm sitting down. I don't know. Running shoes.
And what are you wearing on your body?
Just a jeans and a top.
Jeans and a top? Do you wear a school uniform?
No.
No? Okay, so there's nothing exciting going on in your class. You're just there and you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I like my school.
You like your school?
I like my school.
Okay. And do you feel like there's anything going to be happening there while you're there? Or you're just in for a class?
For my class.
And what happens after math? Where do you go after math?
I go to probably another class. I want the day to be over. I'm playing baseball today.
You're playing baseball?
Yeah.
Well, let's move ahead from that scene to later on in that day. So we'll close that scene behind us and move to the next important part of that day for you. And tell me where you are.
It's the baseball diamond.
You're at the diamond?
I'm going there.
And what's going on at the baseball diamond?
We're there early. And just getting set up for the game.
And who's there with you?
The baseball players.
The baseball players. Okay. And what is your job there at the game? What do you do?
Catch the game.
You catch? And is this a playoff game or is this just a regular?
Just regular.
Just a regular game? And what time does your game start at?
3 o'clock.
At 3? So did you have to leave school early to get there?
Yeah.
And they let you do that?
Oh yeah.
Why would they let you leave school early?
It's game day.
So is it a special team that you play for?
It's a high school team.
Oh, it's for the school. So you would get to leave because it's for the school.
Yep.
Okay. And what's happening there now at the game?
Just at the diamond.
You're just waiting?
Yeah, just getting changed. Put my socks on.
Okay. Well, take a look around you there. Is there anybody else there that you recognize? Does anybody come to watch you play?
No, it's too early.
It's too early. What time does the game start at?
3 o'clock.
It starts at 3? And what time is it?
No, 1:30, 2 o'clock.
1:30, 2 o'clock. So you're really early.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's close the scene on that ball game. And let's move ahead to another appropriate time in your life, or move backwards or forwards. You don't have to go ahead. And go to the next important time in your life, or another important time in your life. And tell me what you see around you now when you get there. Where are you now? What do you see around you where you are?
I don't know.
You don't know? What does it look like? Describe what you see to me.
Everything's hazy. Like there's nothing there.
Everything's hazy? What color is the haze?
It's multicolored haze.
A multicolor? That's okay. You can look around in the haze and it will become more into focus the longer you look around. And just, you can use all your senses. You can use your knowing and your sense of smell, your hearing. All those abilities will help you understand where you are. And what is it like around you now?
I'm walking on the road.
You're walking on the road?
Walking on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk? And how old do you feel?
I'm young now.
You're young? And where is this sidewalk?
It's right by a school.
It's right by a school?
Yeah.
And take a look at what you're wearing on your feet now. What have you got on your feet?
Brown shoes.
And are you male or female feet? Are they
Male.
They're male?
Yeah. Little boy.
You're a little boy? How old do you feel?
Probably 10, 11, 12, something.
So very young. And what's around you on the street? What do you see around you?
Just houses.
There's houses. Do you live near there?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's go to where you live and describe the outside of the house to me.
That's the house. It's got flowers and that's where I live. That's my first house.
That's your first house. And what are you doing walking, like what were you doing walking on the sidewalk by yourself?
I don't know. Walking.
Just walking?
There's nobody around.
There's nobody around at all outside?
No.
No? Is anybody in the house?
No. I don't know.
Well, let's go inside and see if there's anybody in there. Tell me what you see when you go in the door.
Stairs and
You see stairs?
yeah.
Are the stairs going up or are they going down?
Well, up and down.
Up and down. Is this a 1 or a 2-story house?
It's one story with the basement.
And what's on the stairs?
Nothing. Just carpet.
There's carpet? Okay. And is anybody in the house with you now?
No, nobody's there.
Nobody's there? Where is everybody?
I have no idea.
So you're there by yourself?
Yeah. There's nobody around. There's nobody around. Like, there's nobody. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand. I don't see people outside. Don't see people in the backyard. Don't see people inside. Like, it's like a ghost town.
It's okay. Well, how do you feel when you're in the house? How does it make you feel?
I don't feel safe in the house.
You feel safe?
Because I don't like I don't like everything else outside. Like, I'm by myself. And I don't mind being by myself. I like being by myself. But there should be people there. There should be people outside. There's nobody there.
So how do you feel when there's nobody there?
I'm relaxed.
You're relaxed? So when there's lots of people around, what does that do?
Well, it's just normal, I guess.
It's just normal?
Yeah.
So where's your room in this house?
Upstairs.
Why don't we go take a look in your room and tell me what you see in there?
Just the bed. Just a single bed.
A single bed? Is there anything on the walls?
No. No.
Nothing on the walls? Do you have any shelves in your room?
No shelves. Closet. There's a closet and there's a dresser.
And what's on top of the dresser? Can you see anything?
Yeah, there's nothing on there. There's some maybe a little bit of clothes and stuff like that, but
So very tidy.
very.
Not much around for sure.
Yeah, it's all organized. It's all nice.
So you like things to be organized?
I know where everything is.
So let's go back out then from your room if there's nothing in there for you to see and see if anybody's in the house yet.
Nobody's in the house. I'm leaving now.
Okay, well, let's leave the house and let's see where you go. Let's move ahead to the next place. We'll leave the house behind and we'll go to the next location there where there's information for you. And where are you now? What do you see around you?
I'm at university now.
You're at university?
Yeah, I'm at university.
And what are you doing?
Lots of trees.
Sorry?
Lots of trees.
There's lots of trees at the university?
A lot.
And what are you doing at the school there?
I go to school.
Is there anybody with you there? Or are you by yourself?
The Vince is there.
Vince?
Yeah,
And who is Vince?
Vince working cars.
And what is he doing there with you?
Finish school.
Just going to school?
Yeah.
And what happens during a typical day there in university?
I go to class. Big class.
It's a big class?
Yeah.
And what are you taking in that class?
Calculus.
Pardon me?
Calculus.
Oh, calculus, so another math class.
Math, yeah.
And how long do you go to that school for? How long have you been going there?
3 years.
3 years now?
I like the school. I don't like the school.
You don't like school?
I didn't like university.
Why were you there for 3 years? Why did you go there if you didn't like it?
My brothers went there.
Oh, your brothers went there.
And I got accepted there, so I'm going to go there.
Okay. And is there anybody there with you that you know?
Typical people. Thorsten's there.
So you just go about your day with your friends and...
Yeah. It's like high school, just university.
And what happens at the end of the day from university? Where do you go?
I gotta go home.
You gotta go home.
It's far. I didn't really like university. Should not have gone to this university.
You should not have gone. Why?
No. It wasn't warm.
It wasn't warm?
No, it wasn't a feel-good place.
What did you want to do?
It was cement. That's all it was.
So it was more concrete, not like...
It's concrete. People, cliques. People just... You're a number. That's where I was. I am a number. I'm a body. But I tolerated it.
But you tolerated it?
Yeah.
So what's happening around you now?
Nothing.
Nothing's happening around you?
No.
Okay, well, let's close that scene. And let's go to another important time in your life, backwards or forwards or previous to this life. anywhere where there's important information and where it's an important day for you. In this life or previous to this life, we're going to drift and float away from where you are right now in the university. And we're going to move to another important day for you. And you can be there now and take a look around and tell me what you see. What's around you now? Describe what you see.
There's a lot of people, but
there's a lot of people. And what do the people look like around you?
well, there's lots of people there for me.
Lots of people for you?
Yeah,
Why would there be lots of people there for you?
I'm doing something.
And what are you doing?
I'm going across Canada.
Oh, you're going across Canada.
Yeah.
What were you doing going across Canada for?
That's for MS, right?
You're going across for MS?
Yeah.
Whereabouts were you if there was lots of people there?
Start of it all, British Columbia.
In British Columbia? So what do you see around you? What are the people doing?
Walking around me, just waiting. I'm waiting.
You're waiting?
Yeah.
Who's there with you?
You.
I'm there with you?
Yeah.
Who else is there? Anybody else around?
Just you.
So you hadn't started yet.
No.
What were you waiting for then?
To start.
To start? How did you feel at that time?
I'm excited,
You were excited?
but I don't understand this.
Pardon?
I don't understand this.
You didn't understand?
Yeah, I'm going.
What was it that you didn't understand?
What am I doing this for?
You didn't know why you were doing this?
I know why. It wasn't even me doing it, I don't even know why I was doing this. In my mind, I know what I was doing it for.
Well, who do you think was doing it?
So I wasn't there. I was there, but the illusion of what I was doing. Why I was doing it.
Why do you feel you were doing it then?
Thought I was going to make a difference.
You thought you were
Maybe they're going to make a cure. Thought there was going to be a cure. Thought I'd be big.
You thought it would be big and help?
Yeah. I'm confused.
You're confused at the beginning?
Too much going around me. Scenes of everything around. Scenes, no focus.
That's what it was like at the beginning?
No, right now I can't focus.
You Can't focus? What are you trying to focus on?
I know from where I'm at. Can't see things properly. So it's a whole this and that and the other, and why am I doing it? I'm confused. I don't like it.
So at the beginning you were confused because there was a lot going on
I'm
around.
not there. I'm not there anymore.
So now you're away from there. So
Yeah.
describe what you're seeing now.
Nothing. It's just multicolored.
You're just seeing lots of colors?
Yeah.
How does that feel? How does that the colors feel to
I'm
you?
confused right now.
You're confused, okay. Well, let's just drift away from that place then
Yeah.
to where you feel calm and relaxed, and just drift up away from there until you feel more relaxed. So what do you see around you now? Are you floating, or do you feel like you're in a body?
I'm in a body. I'm just looking for this. Just looking around for stuff.
What are you looking for?
Answers. I don't know. Answers.
Well, just relax and just describe what you see around you. Don't try to think too much about it, and just let the feelings come to you. Don't try to analyze. Just allow things to come to you naturally, and feel for the answer, for where you are and what you're feeling right now.
Feeling angry right now.
And what color is around you when you feel anger?
It's daytime, but I'm looking for answers. I'll meet with the answers.
What are you angry about?
I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice person.
So what's making you angry?
I don't know. Just people in general. Not angry, but at the point where I'm looking at people. And everybody's got an agenda. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody's got something. Not towards me, but everybody's got their own agenda. I'm here to help you. I'm a nice guy. But everybody's got an agenda. They don't veer from that.
So you're here to help people? Is that what you feel? And people take advantage, or?
Yeah. Yeah, can take advantage. But people are in their own world. I just don't like that.
So take a look around you now and tell me what you see around you.
nothing around me.
And is it light or dark?
It's light. There's nothing around me. There's lots of things. Everything. These streets. Could be the quad that I'm on. Oh, forest. I mean, I'm jumping everywhere. I'm not in one place.
You're drifting from place to place?
There's no nothing.
And do you see anybody around you while you're doing that? Is there anybody with you?
Nobody's with me. I'm by myself. I just don't like seeing what I'm seeing with the people that are there. They're all tunnel vision. They're all nobody's there. The agenda is themselves. That's the agenda.
That's the agenda of people?
Yep.
To just have tunnel vision and think of themselves?
It's all about them.
Do you not think there's people here to help other people?
Sure there is, but they're not in front of me.
They're not in front of you? So you're seeing...
No, I'm just looking at everybody else. I'm sure there's lots of people that are here for other reasons, but they're not here. So I'm here by myself.
And why would you put Robert in a place where he's by himself and seeing people that are...
I don't know. I don't even know why I'm here.
Well, everybody comes here for a purpose, Robert included.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to analyze everybody. So why are you here?
Is that your job, do you
No,
think?
it's not my job. No, everybody's there to suit the benefit themselves. People are funny, you know. Not funny in a ha-ha funny. People are just so, their life is so blah. My life is wide open.
Your life is wide open?
I could see things, I could see people, I can read people. I know as soon as they open their mouth what they want, what they need, what they're looking for. And why they're doing it, and why are you doing that? And why are you doing that? I know why. Pisses me off.
And when did this all start happening for you where you get so angry about other people?
Well, a long time ago. Just everybody's got their own. If you look at people, their life and where they are, where they become, you know, I mean, it's just them, and that's okay. But people are very judgmental. Something different happens that affects them. They don't work through it. Just ignore it. And apply themselves to other things. And make them happy, but they don't realize what the fuck they did.
So what's part of Robert's mission here? What is part of his job?
Talk to these people, man.
Part of his job is to talk to people?
Talk to them. Ask them why. Help them figure out. What is it that ultimately, what's the main purpose of you being here? My thing is, what are you doing here? You just exist. And no more. A lot of people are here to just exist and no more. I'm very judgmental, yeah.
So why don't we ask Robert to step aside and allow his higher self to come forward and see what his higher self has to say.
Doesn't like me.
So what we're
Doesn't
going
like that.
to do is allow him to come forward, and we can get some answers to some questions. So, could you tell me why we have had 2 sessions now where you have brought Robert back to a time in his life where he has played baseball and he's quite often on his own. Could you explain to Robert why you show him those scenes in his life?
They're good scenes.
They're good scenes?
They're happy scenes.
They're happy scenes? How is he happy when he's alone? Like when you show him as a child, he's quite often on his own. Why do you show him that? What is the purpose for that?
Robert's trying, you know that? He doesn't let mine being alone. He needs his friends, you know? But there's far few in between. So, you know, he needs to talk to people. He doesn't need to have a lot of people. Because having a lot of people, you start to judge all these people. It goes back to that. Why are you here? I know why I'm here.
Why is Robert here?
Because you know what? I want people to feel good when I'm talking to them. I want them to feel good.
So Robert, I'm going to ask you to stand aside and allow your higher self to come through and answer the questions. And you can watch and still be part of the team here. The 3 of us here. You're not losing control. You're allowing your higher self to give you answers for understanding. So Robert is a great guy, and he has a special magnetism about him that brings people to him. So how does he apply that in his everyday life without becoming judgmental of the people that come to him for help? How does he do that?
Fine. He has this ability to make people smile and laugh.
Yes, he does. That's what I mean. He has a magnetism about him.
This comes with a problem.
I'm sorry?
If they come with a problem, he could take it and turn it. So the problem is in their benefit. They see why.
So that's a really good asset to have if
Yeah.
you come here to help humanity in a way.
Yeah, a big asset.
when people are suffering.
Yeah.
So why does he sometimes shy away from that? Why does he, parts of his mind
Because he's
become-
too busy.
He's too busy?
He's too busy. All day, has no time for nothing.
So how can he use that ability in his, like, he's busy at work, is that what you mean? Or in his mind?
Yeah.
He's busy at work?
Yeah.
Why is he at that location? Why did you place him at that trucking company that he's at now?
Because he needed to be there. Because you know what? He always goes in there and it's a more relaxed atmosphere.
That's what he tells me. It's a different culture.
It's more relaxed atmosphere because he is alone 90% of the day.
So he still is able to be in that place where he feels comfort because he's not surrounded by too many people.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing for him.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask a couple of questions for him. Him and I know you were aware of this. We went through questions this morning together to ask if we were successful to bring you through this time, which we seem to be. Thank you for coming through. And as we're talking, I'd like to know if you could do a body scan for him, please. Are you able to do a body scan? While we're talking?
Yeah.
Thank you. So it's okay if I keep asking questions while you're scanning?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So his concern is with his MS, why in the last 2 years or so, it's been affecting both sides of his body instead of just his left side. Is there a reason for that?
He's been lucky so far.
He's been lucky so far?
Yeah. I think this is. Say hey, you know. We allowed you to be like this. No, but we're in control.
They're in control? You're in control of his MS?
Yeah.
So by showing him that it can affect both sides of his body, is that a message for him that you want him to understand?
It'll go away. It will. I don't know.
So I'm speaking with Robert's higher self here, and I know you have the ability and the knowledge and the knowing to answer all the questions for Robert in regards to his MS. You allowed us to facilitate this session today so we could come through with some answers for him. So thank you for bringing that information forward for him. So the MS affecting both sides of him, is there something that he needs to be alerted to? That maybe he's not paying attention to?
No. It's something that he needs to know.
Something he needs to know? What is it that he needs to know?
That can happen.
That it can happen? Is he in control of that? Like, do his actions activate a flare-up? Does his mindset activate a flare-up? Can you clarify for him so that maybe he can be more consciously aware of his own emotional state in regards to having a flare-up?
He needs to ease his mind.
He needs to ease his mind. I know that how is the scan going, by the way?
It's okay.
It's okay? Thank you. I know that he needs to ease his mind, and one of the things he deals with is anxiety and confusion when there's too many people around, or he's in a busy situation. Is there anything that you can do to help him ease his anxiety? Or what is it that causes that for him? Can you tell me what causes his anxiety?
Always his life is rushed.
It's because his life is busy?
Okay. Usually just relax. Take it slow.
And how can he do that if he's working so hard?
Follow his heart.
He needs to follow his heart. And you give that advice to a lot of people. And a lot of people are not in touch with that, or they find it hard to be in touch with their heart when there's so much going on in their lives.
His mind overcomes his heart.
Mind over
Always takes control of his heart.
his mind always takes control of his heart. Is there a way you can have a little signal with him? Something you can show him in dream time or when he's meditating, when he runs? A specific thing that will trigger him to calm his mind down and connect more to his heart? I guess to be more aware that that he should be following his heart instead of listening to his head. Is there something you could come to agreement with him during meditation to remind him during those times to connect with his heart? Are you able to do that?
What controls him, regulates him, is putting himself where he's at and take that moment. Put him in a good place at all times.
So when he's able to be himself,
Yeah.
and he's able to be that person at work,
When he can do that, wherever he's doing, he has no control. He finds himself. He'll get agitated, and then that's not a good thing.
so it's when he feels out of control, that's what causes the agitation?
That's right.
Okay. So is there something he can do to feel like he's in control?
Follow his heart.
Follow his heart. Okay, that's excellent. Thank you. How is the scan going?
That's good.
Can you, his MS, He's had it for a very long time. Can you tell him what caused that? What was the cause of him, you know?
There is no cause. It just was there.
It just was there? Was it medication, or was it like something he was doing that contributed
No.
to it? No? Is it part of his contract?
It has to be.
Pardon?
It has to be.
It has to be part of his contract? You would
Yeah.
know that, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying it's part of his contract.
Yeah.
What is he to gain by having MS? Because, you know, a lot of people, when I post this video or portions of it, there's a lot of people that have MS out there that he tries to help and I feel will benefit greatly.
That's why he has MS.
That's why he has MS, to help others who have it.
That's why. Yeah.
So how does he help them? Because he has it. Going across Canada was a very good thing for other people who have MS.
I guess so. You have to understand, you know. Yeah. Let's focus on why he has MS. And you break it down. Think about it.
Okay. Can you explain that?
There's a 50-50 shot at this. Someone was going to get MS. He chose to get MS.
He chose?
Right. He needed to get that. But we allowed him to work through it, become strong, help people. The other option was his sister would have got it. I always say, you get whatever you can handle it. And he'll handle it.
He's doing a very good job with his MS. And I think he helps many, many people.
He does.
And I'm hoping that this will be able to be used to help alert people to him again, because it's been 10 years since, you know, he ran and cycled across Canada to raise awareness. So, sorry, go ahead.
He will get it. He affects a lot of people. A lot of people. He doesn't see it, but he affects a lot of people. MS or not. With MS, you need to be an individual to be out there that has, i.e. MS, to be able to talk and guide other people, give them hope.
And he's very good at that. Will he be stepping back into that role?
Yeah.
Thank you. And is there any way, like, how you could tell him how he can do this? How should he be doing that? What should he be utilizing in order to help others with MS? There's so much like available to us that we didn't have before. During the tour, things have advanced, social media, you know, that kind of thing. Should he be utilizing social media to help others with MS?
It's only so much of that you wanted to.
There's only
He's gonna be able to, like, one-on-one with somebody.
one-on-one. But how do we let people know that he's available?
I don't know. It's you have to think, when you've helped one person, two people, it's a process. You see, he's gonna get help.
He's going to get help. Is it kind of like when I do what I do, the angels and my higher team brings me the people I'm meant to help? Will
Yeah.
it be like that for him?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. And is there anything I should do to help him?
Yeah.
Can you tell me anything specifically, or should I just listen to my team?
Yeah.
Listen to my own guidance?
Yeah.
Okay. I was told that Robert and I have a contract as well in this lifetime. Is part of our contract to help others that have ailments and things like that?
Yeah.
That's part of our job, part of our mission. And have we done that in previous lives together?
I believe this is the first time.
This is the first time? Because it feels very natural to work together as a team.
If it feels natural, then just work with it. You
Well,
have to feel.
okay.
We all have to feel what's natural, what's good for us. If it's good, then it's good.
Okay.
Robert needs to understand. I mean, you'll never know who you're helping.
You never know what, sorry?
Who he's helping.
Right. And that's what I found on the tour. When we did the tour, he felt he wasn't helping people, where I could see how he affected thousands of people. He couldn't see that.
No.
But he did help many people. And I'm glad he'll continue to help others.
Yeah.
So it will go beyond just MS. It will help anybody who's...
Willing to listen.
Yeah. Is that why whenever I leave him in a parking lot and go in, somebody has found him in the parking lot?
Yeah.
He's like a magnet. People just come up to him and start telling them his problems.
Just talk to me.
Yeah. That's kind of how it is. Okay. I have a couple questions that he was wanting to ask. Is the body scan going good?
It's okay.
Is there anything he should be concerned about?
No, it's there. It's being repaired.
What's being
Well,
What is being repaired?
his head, his back, his body.
His head?
His back, his body. Yeah.
Are you healing the lesions?
That's what I'm doing.
I'm sorry?
That's what we're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So that's good that he'll be able to hear that. That's a positive thing. Will the symptoms alleviate?
Yeah.
Will he be able to run again without his back going?
Yeah.
He will?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because he's a strong runner and he connects to you when he runs.
Yeah.
And his organs are all good?
Yeah.
So all the tests he had at the doctors recently were positive?
Yeah.
Like they were all correct?
Perfect.
In his lungs?
Yeah.
Everything's good?
Yeah.
What about his attitude?
Yeah.
Sorry, have to throw that one in there. Okay, he has a couple questions here. He has a bit of a addictive personality, addictive traits, and routine, and like having to do everything orderly and in a routine. Why is he like that? It's almost like if he alleviates from it, or if he deviates from his routine, it throws him right off.
Yeah.
Why is that?
He needs to be that way.
He needs to be that
He
way.
needs to have that because he's just like that.
He's just like
He
that.
has to be that way.
Okay.
And when things will go wrong or alter, he's not as effective because just likes the routine. Now, saying that, if there's other things that come about, because they will, just needs to slowly move in and take focus. What he's gonna do?
So one step at a time.
Right. Until he's comfortable.
Okay.
He is adjusted to a lot. And he can, because you give him what he can take, what he can handle.
Okay.
It's all about what he can handle. And if there's too much, that's when the body shuts down.
Okay. Can you tell me, because of the way you answered that question, is this his first time on Earth?
Yeah.
It is. And where does he originate from? Because I've seen him on the other side in a vision. And he was...
I can't answer that.
You can't answer that?
No.
Why? Is there a reason why you can't answer that?
He's from the sky. He's just here.
Did he answer the call?
Yeah.
Yes. So he's a star being?
Yeah.
Do you know which star he comes from? Are you able to tell me where the star system?
No.
No? Because I know there's many stars out there that there's just so many that they don't even all have names. So he answered the call to come and help Gaia and help humanity at this time?
Yeah.
What a good guy. I knew it. Okay. There's one question I'd like to ask because he actually brought it up this morning, and I am not going to post this. This is why I paused. He's very judgmental against people, especially women. Can you tell him why he has a block towards women and why, so he can work through that and not be that way? I think it bothers him that he is like that, but he doesn't understand why.
He sees and reads people. He reads people and what their agenda is. He only wants to be around, needs to be around positive. When people talk, he knows what they are all about. He can't change them, so he doesn't need to be with them.
But women especially is, like, I mean, there's just as many men as women that have an ulterior motive. But why women in particular?
He's been hurt.
He's been hurt?
He knows that.
He knows. So can you help him let that go? Can you heal that place in his heart that was broken because of that? Can you mend that for him so he can be loving towards everybody without always feeling there's an agenda, especially from women? Because there's many loving women out there who aren't after anything. Are you able to heal that for him?
He's taking care of it. He knows.
He knows?
Little by little, he will.
So is that part of a lesson for him being here?
Big lesson.
A big lesson? Okay, then we won't interfere with that then. Thank you, though, for telling him. So he'll be able to hear this recording and have that answered.
I don't like people. That's what he
sorry?
kept saying.
I don't like people.
He kept saying, I don't like people. Why don't you like people? He doesn't like people that have ulterior motives on what they bring to the table in his life.
Okay.
He doesn't like that.
It's okay, you're back in your place. He doesn't like that?
No.
Okay. So then everything is good there for him. He just needs to go with it and allow them to learn their own.
Can't control it.
Okay.
He controls him. Himself only.
Is there anything you'd like to tell Robert? Any messages you'd like to bring forward for him today? To help him on his journey while he's here?
He has to keep doing what he's doing. Be loving, be strong.
Okay.
Have a little more patience.
Okay. Is there anything before we close out here that you would like to pass along about the new earth There's a lot of people that watch these videos, Humnity, to gain insight and understanding about what's coming forward. Is there anything you would like to say about that?
This world is changing. And I honestly think it's changing for the best. And we, as a collective, all angels are working towards bettering this world.
And what can we do on an individual level to help in the ascension of the planet?
Care a little bit more
To care a little bit more?
about the planet. Start to care about people.
Excellent. And there is talk, I'd like to ask you one more thing before we close out here, about a flash of light or some kind of incoming galactic light that's going to envelop the planet. What can you tell us about that?
People who have their eyes opened know what it is and what they have to do. Others follow suit, because you'll be left behind in this world.
So is it true that there's going to be a split dimensionally?
But there's a split right now. But different people, the good and the bad. The good gets stronger. Bad will be left behind.
So people need to be their best self that they can at all times.
Always.
But in order for people to see their better side, there needs to be polarity where there is dark and light. Otherwise, how do we know that we're doing the right or wrong thing if there's no polarity?
But people see that in front of them. You see what's wrong and what's right. If you choose the right, you advance to the good. If you don't see what's right from the wrong, you'll never get to the good. You'll come back and have to learn it again. And again and again.
So the Earth, we're in a gateway right now, supposedly from the 12th to the 21st of December, where there's codes and downloads and all this stuff coming forward to help people. And so will the people that are in the right mindset and the ones that are aware of that, will they be getting these downloads, or does everybody get them anyway?
Everybody gets them. It's whether you pay attention or not.
Okay.
Because nobody is better than anybody else.
That's right.
When people put themselves before somebody else, they're wrong. I'm no better, you're no better, she's no better, they're no better. People are people. It doesn't matter.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you one more thing for Robert and I, because I feel everything was synchronously put into place for us to end up back at the Macau, the Rio in the Dominican. But the last time we were here, or the first time we were here, we saw 4 light ships fly over us. Can you explain what that was about? We saw the 4 light ships fly over us at nighttime.
You guys were just there.
Because we were there?
You guys were just there. We were going by.
Was that you? Who were in the ships? Like,
just lights. They're just light beams.
Light beings. Do they frequent the water? Like, are they protectors of the water or
Protectors of the world.
of the world? So they were just flying around checking things out here, and we happened to be on the beach.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty phenomenal to see that.
Lucky.
We were lucky, yeah. So
But you're supposed to see it.
we were supposed to see it. What was it? What were we supposed to gain from that?
Clarity. Acceptance. No one's alone.
And was there a reason you brought us back to the Macau? Specifically?
No.
No? Everything just...
This was brought forth. This was your safe haven.
Yeah. Was our first resort. So is there anything else you would like to say? Is there any advice you'd like to give me as I continue doing the quantum healing for people? Anything you'd like to advise or?
Your job is to do what you're supposed to do. Just like everyone's job is what they're supposed to do.
So I was following the right path then.
Perfect.
Sorry?
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Robert before we end here?
He'll be okay.
He'll be okay? Where are you? That's so comfortable back on the floor. On the sand, I mean. This is our get up, everybody. Okay, so it was uncomfortable, but this is where we were, on the ground at the beach.
Yeah.
It's the best we could do. So what do you remember? Anything?
I remember a lot of stuff, but mutual places, right?
Do you remember your higher self coming through?
I don't know. I mean, I remember a lot of stuff, you know?
Well, your higher self came through, all right. Okay, we'll talk later.